We're going to switch over to a sport that I know you actually really do enjoy, which is cross country. We welcome in Eric Ashe from the men's cross country team. Eric, thanks so much for joining us.
He's a returning guest.
Yeah, I don't
believe.
remember you having the shaved head last year. Is that new?
I usually keep it short, but sometimes I mix it up.
Aerodynamics
Maybe
come
it's
into
the
play.
pictures I'm used to seeing, that the other pictures with that, but that's all right. Well, let's talk about what's been going on. Obviously, you've had already 2 meets this year. You didn't compete in the first one, did you?
No, we didn't have our top guys running the first race.
But then you did compete in the Americas pre-championships last weekend at Franklin Park. Were you impressed? How impressed were you with your performance taking the AK title?
Well, I mean, we got to compete against Florida State, and they're number 2 in the South, and I think they're top 25 overall in the country. So, I mean, we kept it close, and I'd say for our first race of the season, it was a good showing.
I like the modesty. Now you look at that race and you say, all right, back to the drawing board. What are you working on this week, getting ready for the New England Championships coming up on October 9th?
Well, I mean, over the summer, in September, I'd say we work more on our strength endurance, and now we're going to start working more on our speed, and so I guess right now we're strong, but we're not fast.
You know, you won by 14 seconds over the next finisher. It's pretty quality, 14 seconds, and certainly you look at that and say, all right, now that's just Florida State. Obviously, the New England Championships, more teams, more people are going to be there. Your time-wise, how much are you trying to shed for the next race? Can you set a number on it, actually?
Ideally, maybe.
We won't hold you to it.
Maybe 15
won't
seconds.
Tell Bruce.
We're going to get the quote out. We'll play it again next week. Don't worry.
Well, it depends on the competition a lot of times, because the Florida guys, they were kind of holding back a little bit. They were kind of, they were coming out just checking out the course, and I would say, some of their guys didn't really run to their full potential. But if there's good competition at New England's, ideally, I want to go for the win.
Right.
And hopefully, if there's good competition, go a little faster too.
Good combination. And as an experienced member of the team this year with Bruce, how are things shaped up with some of the younger members of the team?
Yeah, as a team this year, we're looking really strong. At least a lot stronger than past years. We have a lot more depth up front. We really should. In the past few years, we haven't had too many guys under 26 minutes for 8K, but this year we could have 5 guys under 25. So, we got a lot of potential, but
big jump.
Just we all got to be healthy, late October, November.
I want to talk about the preseason polls. Obviously, the team seeking its first Americas Championship since 2000. You have 13 upperclassmen, though, this year, so experience, obviously, is on your side. But in the preseason polls, the men's team and the women's team were ranked 4th. How do you think you guys fall in that? Do you agree with that, or is it kind of something you want to be the underdog going in?
Well, I definitely disagree with the 4th place.
I like that answer. Good.
No, I think we can do a lot better than 4th place, and I think a lot of that was based on last year when we had some injuries, and now we have some new guys coming in that are definitely going to step right up into that, top 5 scoring position. So I think, we should be, going for the title.
You've been the last year's team MVP, 3 top finishes last year, coming back as a grad student. You just don't want to leave Bruce. Is that it? Is that really much?
I got to delay the real world while I can.
Got the right idea,
seems to be the
Eric.
college response.
That's
great. The other thing I just wanted to, just talk about briefly is the fact that literally last year you joined us on September 26th. I wish we had the archives to play for it right now, but you just come back every single time, every year, so we appreciate you taking the time with us. The New England Championships on October 9th. Right now, it was 85 degrees yesterday. Does this help you, hurt you as you're running? This is kind of a little odd for fall right now.
New England's historically this is going to be my 5th time running New England Championship.
You've got this memorized, what the temperature is each year.
The last 4 years have been, on average, warm, but in October it can be anything from 40 degrees to 80 degrees to, raining to, humid. Who knows?
That should be the New England welcome.
You just never know.
Yeah.
But as far as the heat, do you prefer the temperature get a little bit cool, a little more cross-country like?
Oh, definitely.
I run and I hate the heat, so,
the way I look at it, everyone's got to run through the same conditions. So, if you're in good shape, it's not going to matter if it's hot or cold.
Well, I'm curious because you talked about your strength and conditioning over the summer, now working on speed. Does the heat at all affect your speed in terms of trying to get through and having the endurance and the ability to go through?
No, it's all relative.
Okay. I like that you said that it's, everyone has to run through the same thing, but I was just curious. I do not run as Bernie, as much as Bernie does. He's the cross country
That's
theme right now.
Yep. Still.
I mean, if you're going for time, you obviously don't want it to be as hot. But
No.
Right.
No. Absolutely.
Well, the Terriers looking for their first America's Championships since the year 2000. Obviously, this is the way to start with the New England Championship, followed by the week after the America's Championships. Eric, thanks so much for joining us, and good luck in 2 weeks right now.
Yeah, they're all at home at Franklin Park.
That's right.
Get some spectators.
No excuses. After 5 years, you know every twig and every pebble on that course at Franklin Park.
Yep.
There you go.
All right, thanks for having me.
Eric, thanks so
Good
much
luck.
for joining us. That's Eric Ashe joining us here on BU All Access. The Terriers will have a weekend off before they compete in the New England Championships, which start the following weekend, October 9th, as you heard Eric mention, at Franklin Park. Is obviously every year they get to host a few of these events at Franklin Park, and it's a great course to run, and certainly
one of the best
he's
in
been
the
doing
country.
it for 5 years. So
Legendary course. One of the best in the country.
he's going to come back and say there was a twig that was out of place. I hope you realize that.
You'll find it.